What is up, internet? It's your boy Tinku, and as you can tell, I haven't been able to get a haircut or beard trim in quite a while. The quarantine's kind of shutting everything down still, so hopefully I can get one of those soon. But today, I'm very excited because I finally beat the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit with you guys. I know it's an anime channel, but Final Fantasy is pretty anime-ish. You know, they got the Advent Children, and I've been a big fan since the 90s when it came out. So, with all that said, don't forget to sub to the channel, like those videos, keep hitting me up on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so don't worry about spoilers, because I will warn you when I get into the spoiler territory, which will be kind of towards the end of the video. But let me just start off by saying this game is phenomenal. I love this game. I do have a few problems with it. You can consider them nitpicks or whatever. But for the 95% of this game, it's a 12 out of 10. That's right, it went past 10. 12 out of 10. It's excellent. Combat's excellent. The minor story tweaks it had from the original game, it doesn't bother me. You know, the minor story tweaks doesn't bother me at all. The material system's there, which is awesome. You know, the characters are their characters from the game, but just to see them in real life, you get to care about Biggs, Wedge, and the rest of Avalanche. You know, you care about the Sector 7 slums. The level of detail in this game is phenomenal. The combat system's also great. It's awesome. It's fun to play. You know, the story beats are there. The graphics are there. You know, Tifa is amazing. She's probably my favorite character. Her and Barrett are probably my two favorite characters in the game. Not to just play, but, you know, just attitude-wise and the way they are. You know, it's kind of funny because I was talking to one of my friends, and I tell him Tifa acts like a Japanese pop idol, and he was like, bro, she was like that in the original game. You just couldn't tell because she didn't have fingers. She had squares for hands. And so, you know, I was like, oh, when I was thinking about it, he's like, oh, he's right. You know, very, very awesome. And again, it's great all the way up to the very, very end. I mean, I can't recommend this game enough. I can't sing its praises enough. Then we get to the last 5% of the game, the end. And that's when they really start divulging from the storyline. Now, do I like the fact they did that or not? I'm kind of conflicted because as an original hardcore Final Fantasy fan, you know, I had the original game on PlayStation. I bought it on PC. I have it on Steam. I bought, you know, the Advent Children on Blu-ray, DVD, regular, the extended cut, all that stuff. It kind of bugged me a little bit because it's not the game we were promised, and that's one of my big issues with it. It's fine that they did what they did, but don't promise almost a beat-for-beat remake, which is what they did. They, in the beginning, they said, hey, we're going to remake this, we're going to update all the graphics, we're going to do all the gameplay and all that, but you're going to get the original game, no problem. And then kind of at the last minute, they didn't. They switched it up, which is kind of irritating as a fan who bought it based off that promise, if you will. And I know some people are saying, well, no, they didn't promise that. They did, and there's proof for that. The fact that they won't let people actually show the ending of the game because it's so different and so drastic, they were afraid it's going to affect their sales. So they were striking channels, threatening lawsuits, things like that. And I can't really condone that kind of behavior from a big company like that. If you know my feelings about Funimation, you know, that's a Funimation move. So basically, the ending is like Square Enix giving the fans a big middle finger, saying, screw you guys, we're going to do what we want. Now, that out of the way, I'm going to discuss the end a little bit. So we're going to get into spoiler territory here, guys, just to give you a heads up. So if you don't want to know what the ending is, then now's the time to, we're giving you plenty of time. So here it goes. I'm going to start with the two technical aspects of the ending that I hate. When you finally get to the Shinra building and you rescue Red 13, he's not a playable character. He's not in your party. You can't put him in. You can't equip him with anything. Can't give him materia. And that bugged me because in the original Final Fantasy, of course, you know, as soon as you meet him, you can put him in your party and have him fight for you. There's that. And Red 13's a pretty, you know, BA character. He's pretty awesome and badass. And the fact that you couldn't play him and, you know, manage his skills, and I wanted to see what his limit breaks were. I wanted to see what his, you know, talents were, how his attacks were. And I get why they didn't do it, because they would have programmed a whole nother character, programmed a whole more items, put those items somewhere for you to find. I mean, I get it, but it comes off to me as them being kind of lazy, not doing that part of it, because it really isn't He's a really important part of the story, and he's there. He's there at the end. He's there. All the cutscenes, everything. He's there, just chilling, making his lines, saying stuff. So why could you just make him a playable character like he was in the original game? And it's very, very important. Fine, minor gripe. And the second is you can't control who's in your party. The game tells you who's in your party and who's not. And so when you finally, towards the end, when you have everybody together finally, you can't pick and choose who's in your party. That bugged me because, maybe, what if I wanted to try a Barret Aerith Cloud combo? Or, just Barret and Red? Or, you know what I mean? So not having that freedom of choice irritated me because that's what the original RPG was about, technically. I know towards the end, it was like all-out war, and you kind of were, in the beginning of the game, in the original, you had who you had until you got to certain points. But once you got to everybody in the Shinra building, you could pick Red or Aerith, so you could have Aerith and Red. Or you could pick, Tifa and Aerith and Cloud. You could do that. You couldn't do that at this point in Shinra building. So that was a little disappointment. Minor grabs, I'm not going to knock it too much because, hey, fine, whatever. I'm still going to make it a 10 out of 10. That's why I said it was 12 out of 10 in the beginning, you see. And so you guys are probably wondering, hey, how can you give it a 10 out of 10 when you hated the ending so much? I didn't hate the ending. I'm conflicted because as an original hardcore fan, I really wanted my thing, but I wanted to be really open-minded with it. And so I went in with the open mind saying, it's not the original, completely different story. Don't think of it that way. And it really made me enjoy the game more. The problem is the way they ended it. They're doing some sort of time travel, alternate reality type thing. And the thing is, if I hate it or love it, it's going to depend on the future installments. It's where they take it is what's going to decide if it's good or bad for me. So basically, I'm going to say, hey, buy it. Don't expect the original. It's great. I'm going to give them a pass. Reluctantly give them a pass on the whole alternate universe / reality thing. Because, they did crazy stuff like Zack didn't die at the end of Crisis Core type deal. If you don't know who Zack is, I'm sorry. You should probably look it up. It's really cool. Crisis Core. Zack is a very, very important character. To Cloud especially. They ended up messing my girl Tifa because my girl Tifa is almost perfect in this game. Like, she's my favorite character. Her fisticuffs, just badass. And then I'm gonna outright say it right now, guys. Now this is a major spoiler for the original Final Fantasy VII. I will forgive them and let them do all this right if they don't kill Aerith. All right. So if they want to do all this time travel BS, alternate timeline crap, then I'll give this game a 50 out of 10 if they don't kill Aerith. But if they pull all this BS crap about alternate timelines and freaking time travel and Arbiter of Fate and beating your own fate and all this stuff, and they still kill Aerith, it's going to piss me off. I'm just going to let you know. Because Aerith is the strongest character in the original game. Her final limit break pretty much makes you invincible, and so when they kill her pretty much halfway through the game, you're like, crap, that was my healer. She is the healer. She's kind of set up to be either a really powerful healer or a really powerful mage in this game. So it all depends on what they do with Aerith's character. If they freaking bring it back Zack and let her and Zack be together, fine, that's cool. I don't care. As long as they do not kill Aerith. That's my thinking of it. So, that's going to be it for that, guys. I am hopefully optimistic about this ending. I didn't hate it as much as the hardcore guys does because I went in with the intentions that it's going to be different. I knew it was going to be different, even though they did promise it wasn't. I knew it was going to be different. I think it's a little weird the direction they went, but it's all going to depend on where they go from here because they pretty much wiped the clean slate with the Final Fantasy storyline. So I want to see where they go. If they kill Aerith, it's going to be a waste of god darn time with the whole wiping the slate clean. There was no point. But if they don't and you can keep your powerful healer, then I think I'll be into it, guys. So it all depends on what the storyline moving forward is going to be. So we'll reserve judgment for then. So with all that said, guys, tell me what you think. Do you think I'm crazy? Did you like the game? Did you not like the game? Do you think I'm being too soft on Square for what things that they changed in it? I don't know. Let me know, guys. And remember, if you can't trust the random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And with all that said, guys, everybody have an awesome day.